Welcome to Math with Millie
and Ziggy.
Yes, and Ziggy. Today we're going to talk about semicircles.
Semi-trucks?
No. Semicircles. A semicircle is half of a circle.
Hi-ya! Chop it in half.
Do you remember how to find the circumference of a circle?
Why, yes. The circumference of a circle is pi times its diameter.
Correct. That's for a whole circle. But if you have half a circle,
Hi-ya!
that means you change it. The length of a semicircle is 1/2 of the circumference of a circle with that same radius.
Stop talking in riddles.
Look, let's check out this picture. The circumference is that green line that goes all the way around. If you flattened it out, it would equal a measurement, right? And then you'd have the diameter, which is the inside line of a circle, and then the radius, which is half of that diameter. Does that make sense?
I guess so.
Okay, now back to how we find the circumference. To find the circumference of a circle, what equation do we write again?
Oh, yeah. The circumference of a circle is pi times its diameter.
Right. So pi times the diameter equals the circumference. So in other words, if we multiply the diameter by pi, we'll get the measurement of the green line around the whole circle, which is the circle's circumference. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so now back to the semicircle. If we instead have half of a circle,
Hi-ya!
that means it will have half the circumference, right? It's not the whole green circle.
Oh, I see. So a semicircle's circumference will be halved. Chop, chop.
Right. So now we find the diameter or length of a semicircle is to half the circumference of a circle. So we'll go like this.
All this chopping is freaking me out. Let's do an example.
So let's say we have this picture and we need to find the perimeter of this whole shape.
What's the perimeter again?
It's the outside boundary of the shape. In other words, the perimeter is how long the outside line is, like if you laid it out flat.
Okay, don't we find the perimeter by just adding up all the lengths of the sides?
Yes, that's correct. But do we have all the lengths, Ziggy?
No. We don't have the length of all the sides. We only have some. So how do we do this?
Well, that's where this new equation is going to come in to help us. For half circles, we use pi times the diameter over the 2. And that will give us the length of the semicircle, this part of the shape.
Okay, we know pi is 3.4 times the diameter. Diameter of a circle is 2 times its radius. So the radius is 5. So 5 times 2, 10. 10's the diameter.
Correct. So now what do we do?
So 3.4 times the diameter, 10 over the 2.
Great. Now finish that equation.
So 3.4 times 10 equals 31.4. And then we divide that by the 2. Computing 15.7.
That's right. Good job, Ziggy. Now we just need to label the dimensions on all the sides because we have all the sides now. Now we need to just find the perimeter, right? And how do we do that again?
The perimeter is adding up all the sides.
Correct. So 15.7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 10. So what's the perimeter of this shape?
Computing 33.7 meters. Hooray!
So we hope you enjoyed this episode and we'll see you next time. We've really enjoyed doing math with you.
Yes, we did.
It's time for a nap.